And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. On first down, Smiley. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down. Smiley right back to Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Well, Charles, look, and this is probably a harbinger of things to come. He's got such trust in his tight end, and they're on back-to-back plays. We're seeing that on display.
And when they have that kind of trust, they're not as worried about what the coverage is because they feel like they know each other so well. They'll make the subtle move downfield, and the ball will end up in the right spot. And by the way, partner, what's harbinger mean? Help me out.
Well, you're the one that taught me that a few years ago, so I'll have to lean on you for that. I'm just hoping it fit into the sentence correctly.
I must have got it from my word of the day calendar on my desk.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Smiley. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Taken down at the 42. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Jackson. And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark. Touchdown! DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talked about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you want the final metric on his top speed, and trust me, you do, Next Gen Stats says he hit 22.4 miles an hour. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Kene Nwangu. And he won't quite take it all the way, but still what a return. He gets that to the 10.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They'll give him a yard on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much of a for this team, right? Because they're seeing a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Room here to run. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this 1st quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This taken in at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Smiley. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Smiley going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. We weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
On the set.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. DJ Moore, 56 yards. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken just inside the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now, they've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
127 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a give, right side. It's Thomas, and he'll go down at the 28. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Now it's Jackson. Drops it underneath to Thomas, and out of bounds right around the 20. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains. The Ravens had 7-4 on the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, being able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the Ravens up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and throw for it here. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And Chubb tried the middle here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. They go up the middle with Chubb. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Browns have cut the lead back down to 2. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good, and this is now a 1-point game. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he returns this to the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Thomas. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just...
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. DJ Moore as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Taken from about the 12. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this one is incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's got him in, complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yeah.
This is Thomas. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They go play action now. Jackson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And the Browns are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And they work this out past the 25. give. This is Chubb. And some room to work. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 73 yards as they have taken the lead. New York now for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken from about the 12.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. It worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of play.
Maybe 6 yards for him on the ground. He has been terrific here this afternoon.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Now Thomas. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 28 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker now for the extra point. And things are getting good now. We're now tied at 35. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From the 10. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Browns drive about to get started. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A run for Nick Chubb. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Chubb. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Smiley. And this pass broken up. And the contact time there. And now fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, Smiley. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by York is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And a short pickup to about the 25. From the 25 on second down, Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense some credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On third down, Jackson. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. On the ground, it's Thomas. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. From the 41, Jackson.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
They run with Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
210 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Edwards. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They go play action with Jackson, looking for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Thomas. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd down and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Thomas. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ready.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Looking to throw. Smiley. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Ready?
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Cleveland, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.